this also can help even in short-term profitability, because thanks to this infrastructure, you can get better buyers with less bonuses because you provide them better infrastructure.
You're listening to 15M Mastery, a show that empowers you with insights from the leading iGaming experts to enhance your personal or business performance. The show is brought to you by tech-driven affiliate and media company Already Media, and supported by the AI-powered data analytics platform Blask. And Yo Investments, a fund manager investing in outstanding people who are disrupting the iGaming, fintech, and crypto industries. Hey everyone, and welcome back to 15M Mastery. Today we're joined once again by Volodymyr Sakharov, co-founder of Traffic Squad, a world-class media buying affiliate in iGaming. Volodymyr has navigated platform changes, regulatory shifts, and market volatility while building a resilient business. Today, we'll explore how to insulate revenue, choose markets, fund innovation in the very unpredictable environments. Welcome back, Volodymyr.
Hi all, nice to see you. Dima, as always, happy to see you.
Likewise, my friend. Let's dive in straight into the action. So let's talk about macro indicators. Which macro indicators tell you a traffic source or geo is becoming too risky to remain core in the business plan?
We always look at regulations. Definitely, this is that everyone on our market should look closer. Of course, we monitor keyword density, for example, for paid traffic for Google search, yes, for paid and search engine optimization. This is something very interesting. I was recently introduced to a very interesting metric, which is maturity of the market, which tells about which keywords are present on the market, which are not. For example, when we enter some new market, it's difficult to enter with search, paid search or Google search, for example, but we have for Facebook teams for that. They create demand, If Google search, for example, it extract and monetize demand the best, nobody can do this like these sources. So then Facebook traffic, for example, Facebook advertisement, it creates demand. Also, it can be used for monetizing demand, but it also can be a good tool to enter new markets. This also what we look for. We always look for new markets to disrupt it, to be there first. We had some success cases together, so you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. But how do you set criteria for entering or exiting a regulated market before making any tech or licensing or traffic investments?
Once again, I can tell that we are in pretty unique position, having different traffic sources and having the Facebook team. This is the best way to look at the market. Start test campaigns there. You can see so many different information, gather information just with starting 10 different Facebook campaigns. You can see traffic volumes, auction, everything. You can see demand. You can see how people behave on products. What is you can test products if they are ready actually to take a lot of customers. So this for us is a tool of market research also.
Let's talk about unpredictable situation, and they're happening a lot in the traffic business. So do you have any a turnover principle or a reserve or a fund which serves you as a contingency fund or a plan when accounts are being banned or payouts are being delayed, and how that figure was chosen?
Yeah, you are right about always changing. Yes, only predictability on our market is that everything is unpredictable. So this can be predicted. We don't have some equation to calculate this fund or something, but we try to have a turnover capital at least 30% more than our monthly turnover, and this on our volumes is pretty decent amount actually. This can help us survive 6 or 12 months at least if even zero traffic will be can be monetized.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Is this like something which you would recommend to attach to like a traffic source or geo, or this has to be like a standard for across any?
Being from Ukraine, I would recommend to have any business to have this like a money pillow,
Yeah.
because even not in Ukraine now, look at the whole world. I can say that speed of changes is maybe for me never thought. Yeah, maybe for many years it was never thought the speed of these changes and unpredictability. So I believe each business should be ready to have like 6 months is no income. I can say like when it was COVID, this helped us a lot to survive. That we had like this like capital in a business. We cut our costs to maximum, and the main idea was in this unpredictability, or this when you have close to zero income, your main goal is to increase your lifetime, decrease your burn rate, and get as many months to survive as you can. To wait for something to change, I would say like that. You have to think in months that you can survive without any income.
All right. So your benchmark is like 6 months, like as you mentioned.
At least.
At least. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. And when, like, let's say a platform ban lands overnight or market closes, like anything happens, what's your first move to keep investors, partners, and most importantly, your team calm and aligned?
First is pray, of course, and then you, and then actually you go to the one thing that helps to keep calm and move forward is reflection, because we look back. We understand that we saw this picture many times already in this business, in other businesses, in different projects, even in more widely in a life. So you understand that this is something that we already saw, even can be something that we didn't saw before, but we understand that it will also pass. So this helps already, resilience is well-developed skill for Ukrainians and for many other affiliates. I can say for media buying affiliates, it's even more than for search engine optimization affiliates, because search engine optimization affiliates, they live with updates, and media buying affiliates, they live with the constant changes. These changes happens much more often and on much more many stages of business process.
Got it. And what about the team? Like, because I still remember the super, super early days of Facebook volatility, like back in 2020, probably, when everyone thought, okay, the whole vertical is gone. So I was just wondering, like, what were happening with you guys back then? And maybe you can just tell a little bit more about like universal advice you would have given to anyone who's going through like this, like challenging moments when, the team is desperate, it feels like there is no tomorrow. So maybe you can talk a little bit more about that.
Okay. It's amazing question actually. And I got a flashback several. So I can say maybe it's my own, psychological, not tactic, but reaction. When there is some crisis moment, I become really, really calm. This is what happens with me. And then I communicate this calmness to the team with my, can be letters, can be calls, regular calls. If it's something like, I can say when we were going through COVID, it was regular, it was a new business process when we gather information from all our advertisers. We gather information from all the market. We gather information from all our teams and people. And we communicate this to all our ecosystem around us, what we see. Look what we see. We see going deep. We see going back. Yes, we see it's going back. And focus and continue experiments. This is also that helps a lot. Not stop and like sit and don't know what to do, because then anxiousness come to you and take all your brain. Start work even harder. I believe in this moment can be start work even harder. If you see that everything, like anything work, maybe then take a rest. It's also a good idea to take a rest, have some holidays, etc. But this, I believe, just increase the anxiousness. So
yeah, makes a lot of sense.
So work, focus, and work hard, and communication, gathering information and communication.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely love it. So I know that as the part of your like USPs, and it feels like it's becoming a trend these days. A lot of media buying teams and affiliates invest a lot into like in-house tools, into infrastructure. So I really wanted to hear your thoughts here. How do you actually balance short-term campaign profitability with longer-term enterprise value when deciding to build proprietary tools in-house?
You know, I look at these investments more like investments in our product for media buyers. So these also can help even in short-term profitability, because thanks to this infrastructure, you can like get better buyers with less bonuses because you provide them better infrastructure. So this is not only long-term investment. Of course, this helps to capitalize your business, to systematize your business, and to measure your business better, to understand your business better for long term. But for short term, it's also things that make you more competitive on the market for media buyers. So I would look at this like this.
And is this something like which allows you to scale afterwards? Like as I mentioned, you kind of suffer short term and then you build kind of sustainable paths. And I would just wanted to figure out whether, this is where you need to immediately dramatically scale at some point, because, this is where you suffered with the resources in the beginning and then you can scale. So is this like something you guys seen or doing these days a lot, especially, with the volatility across all the traffic sources these days?
We are ready when we see the opportunity, existed on the market. With our infrastructure, we can scale really fast. This is something because when we hire a new media buyer, he starts to drive traffic. The first day he come to the job. Yes, from the first day, thanks to infrastructure, everything is organized. He has a map with onboarding, and he just can take tools and just start. So we can increase here pretty well.
Does it sound like a very cool USP for like a company like yours? So, someone who hasn't built an infrastructure, this could leave you guys to like a certain scaling opportunity, like bringing, teams like that or companies like that under your hood to be able to give them access to like tools, etc. So is this something you're thinking about, or is this like a way on how to scale the business further on?
I can say it was much more important several years ago. After that, a lot of infrastructure become Давай попробуем еще раз. Коммодизировано. Окей, давай скажем по-другому. Угу. Вопрос у нас есть? Да.
Давай.
So I would say the infrastructure was much more important several years ago when market was much more younger. Because in recent years, a lot of tools, a lot of suppliers, a lot of accounts, etc., have been presented to the market by different companies. Everywhere when there is a gold rush, there are guys who sell shovels. Yeah. So now we have big part of our infrastructure already, like SaaS or service or agency or something that other guys can sell to media buyer. So actually now media buyer can work much more easier by himself from one point of view. I believe now much more important is accounting, services and products that also we compete for media buyers with our services and our product, yeah? Because relationships with advertisers, accounting, finance, turnover capital, and smooth processes and IT still is very important, yes? And also one thing that solo media buyer cannot get, of course, it's like we are all social animals. So this socialization is also a big part of, I believe, of our value for media buyers now. So we will do our best to make it even more social.
Yeah, I love it. I totally agree with you. You know, like this episode been very special because I think your view and your like strategic approach to like risk and innovation by balancing at the same time with, you know, the buffer you mentioned will give our listeners a lot of to think about. So I really appreciate you coming and spending your time with us. It's been a true pleasure and super insightful. Thank you so much.
Happy to share my thoughts and my experience.
Thank you so much. Cheers. Bye-bye.